Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line of your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, with another lesson. And in this lesson, we're going to go into a news article you see pertaining to prophecy. And hey, man, everything is happening just like Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah has laid it out to happen. And the men of Great Millstone, beginning with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, or the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, have been telling you this for decades now, and now we're starting to see everything become more and more clear, more and more evident as it plays out, as the Most High has set it up to play out according to prophecy. So this is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And why is that? Is because everything that the Most High has spoken through the mouth of the prophets from the beginning has to come to pass. This is the purpose of the prophets on the earth, to speak unto you the words of the Almighty God Yahweh, to tell you what he intends to do according to his will, to tell you that everything that you see playing out around you, the entire course of human history, has already been ordained to happen the way it's happening from the beginning, according to the Most High's will. Let's get that real quick. Let's get Isaiah 46, and we'll start at verse 10. It says, matter of fact, we'll start at verse 9. It says, "Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High and there is none else. I am the Most High and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure." And this is what we're witnessing playing out around us each and every day. You see, the end that was declared to happen from the beginning. The Most High's counsel is standing. He's doing his pleasure in the earth. And this is why everything is going the way it's going. Because at the end of the day, it's going to continue to come out to show you, man, that these are not our words that we're speaking. This is the Most High's will. Verse 11 says, "Well, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." So every word of the Most High that he's spoken, he didn't speak it in vain. You see, he didn't speak these words to just fall to the ground or not to be fulfilled. Everything the Most High spoke, he spoke with a purpose, and his will is being fulfilled in the earth as we speak. Yes, we sound like broken records, but this is what it is. It doesn't change. It can't be altered. And all we can speak is what Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah has told us to speak unto you. Matter of fact, we're going to come back to that article. We're going to come back to that. And we're going to get 2nd Esdras chapter 15. It tells us what? 2nd Esdras 15 and 1. "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." This is what it's all about. The Most High, through the Holy Spirit, has put these words in our mouth for us to speak. The words of prophecy. To tell you what's going to happen before it happens. As the Most High has already ordained it to come to pass from the beginning. That's all we're doing. What we're witnessing on the earth is the counsel of the Lord playing out. Verse 2. "And cause them to be written in paper," which is the Holy Bible, the scrolls, "for they are faithful and true." Meaning what? Everything that was written in this book is going to come to pass. Why? Because it's the word of the Most High God Yahweh. Now, going to, I wanted to all that to come into this. We have here from RT News. It says what? Putin orders changes to Russia's nuclear doctrine. You see that? Putin orders changes to Russia's nuclear doctrine. Why is all this talk about nuclear war or nuclear weapons being used? Why is this happening so much now? Why is there so much talk of World War III on these different alternative media sites? Why is this happening now? It's because it's the Most High's will. It has to come to pass. That's what the Most High has laid out to come to pass in prophecy. You see, nuclear war is about to pop off. And guess who's going to spearhead it? You're looking at him. The president of Russia, Vladimir Putin. You see the fucking bear, man. You see? Now let's get this. It says what? The president has suggested several new criteria that would merit a nuclear response. So he's switching shit up. Because why and what is this a response to? This is a response to NATO pushing further east into Russia's territory. This is a response to the West backing up Ukraine via this proxy war. And Russia understands that. So they're like, you know what? We got something for your ass. Watch this. You see, now listen. It says, Russia should update its nuclear doctrine to clearly define circumstances that could prompt Moscow to launch a nuclear strike. Come on, man. Come on, man. Is this happening by coincidence? No. It's the will of the Lord. You see? Matter of fact, let's show you exactly what it's going to be. Because it's all leading up to World War III. The whole situation between the state of Israel and Palestine. You see, which is going to eventually bring Iran into the fray. You see, which is eventually going to bring the U.S. and Russia into it, right along with their allies. It's all leading up to World War III, man, which is going to be fought with nuclear missiles. And even Vladimir Putin, if you go back and look at all the articles, all the different things he's been saying, he's telling you, we have built these missiles to use them. And we see more and more as time progresses, as we move forward on this biblical timeline, he's getting more and more roused up. Why? Because it's the Spirit of the Lord working on him to fulfill the Most High's will. You see that? That's all it is. It's not a coincidence. It's not a chance happening. It's the Most High's will being played out. That's all it is. Now, it goes on to say right here in Isaiah 9:5, it says what? For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. The ancient battles, hand-to-hand combat, you'll put your army in array, a war horn will be blown, and the two armies would charge at each other. And they would let out a what? As they charge at each other, a war cry. You see, the horn would be blown, and motherfuckers would take, ah! Next thing you know, you hear what? Shield, a sword and shield clashing. Might have maces, spears, so forth and so on, close quarters combat. You see, that's why the garments would be rolled in blood, because you had to get up close to your enemy to take him out, to get him up out of there. You seen movies like Troy, you seen Braveheart, you seen 300, Game of Thrones. Those are how the ancient battles were fought. You see, confused noise and garments rolled in blood. And even the modern day wars, those loud ass assault rifles, them shit's loud, man. You see, them shit's could rupture your eardrum how loud they are. That's why you have to have ear pro in. You see, that's a part of it as well. Mortars going off, that shit is loud. When the mortar goes off, that shit just shoots back a cloud of dust. That's confused noise as well. But what does it say about this one that's coming up? But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. What is that talking about? It's talking about World War III. That's how it's going to be fought, with burning and fuel of fire in the form of what? Intercontinental ballistic missiles. You see? The same thing that this man Vladimir Putin right here is talking about. And it's all through the Spirit, man. Because it's the will of the Most High playing out. It's prophecy being fulfilled. You see? Now it goes on to say in the article, it says Russia should update its nuclear doctrine to clearly define circumstances that could prompt Moscow to launch a nuclear strike. President Vladimir Putin told a meeting of the National Security Council on Wednesday. He also suggested an expanded list of threats that would include reliable information of a major airstrike being launched against Russia. So he's in the spirit of not playing no fucking games, man. He's in the spirit to be turned back and be roused up. This is the Most High putting hooks in this man's jaws. And it's been this way for a few years now. This is why he's had his engineers developing weaponry that the U.S. can't compete with. It's all the spirit of the Lord, man. It's not happening just to happen. It's happening because the Most High said it would happen, and now we're watching it all play out right in front of us, man. You see that? And it's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. The words of the Holy Bible are living words, and they're playing out every single day. All right, we're back. Now, it goes on to say, it says, the list of criteria would justify Russia's use of its nuclear deterrent should be expanded in the updated version of the doctrine, Putin told the meeting. Aggression against Russia by any non-nuclear state supported by a nuclear power should be treated as their joint attack. So, what the president said. So, that time of having these proxy wars is coming to an end. You see that? The time of proxy wars is coming to the end. The time of America supplying Ukraine with billions and billions and billions of military funding to war against Russia, that shit is going to cause for a response to be had, if I'm saying that right. You see that? This is what he's talking about. Now it goes on to say, Moscow would also consider resorting to a nuclear response if it gets reliable information about a massive missile or airstrike launched by another state against Russia or its closest ally, Belarus, according to Putin. The weapons used in an enemy's potential strike could include anything from ballistic or cruise missiles to strategic aircraft and drones, he stated. You hear that? You see, it says what? We reserve it right to use nuclear weapons in case of aggression against Russia and Belarus. The Russian president said, adding that the principle had already been coordinated with Minsk. Nuclear weapons can be used if an enemy poses a critical threat to either state's sovereignty through the use of conventional weapons, he explained. You see that? Shit is ramping up, man. And it's just going to continue to ramp up as we move forward on this biblical timeline, man. It says what? Putin did not elaborate on when changes to Russia's nuclear doctrine will take effect. Senior Russian officials, including Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov and Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov, have been discussing potential changes to the doctrine in recent months. In late August, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, all these damn Sergeys, Sergei Lavrov said that the document was being reviewed. The Russian leader has long demonstrated a rather reserved position on the issue of nuclear weapons. Back in June, he expressed hope that it will never come to a nuclear exchange between Moscow and the West. But the thing is this, it's inevitable. It has to happen. You know why? It's because the Most High has already set it in motion from the beginning. That was a part of the Most High's will for it to come to pass. This is how America goes out. And Russia is going to spearhead the destruction of America. We've been telling you this for years, man. Beginning with our apostles and elders. And now we see, you see? We see the words of the Most High on full display. As we told you. This shit is just going to continue to ramp up. And it has to, because what? This is the Most High's will playing out. It goes on to say, Moscow has no reasons to even think about using nuclear weapons, he said at the time, speaking at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. Later that month, the president also stated that Russia did not need to launch a preemptive nuclear strike since the enemy is guaranteed to be destroyed in a retaliatory strike. You see, talking shit, holding his nuts, man. He's standing on business. He did not, however, rule out changes to the doctrine at the time. You see that? But this is what it's leading to. America, Babylon the Great in the Bible, is going to be taken out by Russia, man. And we see the Most High, he has the angels working on the minds of the kings. And guess what? Oh, man. Can we go back? Yeah. And this is the response the U.S. has to Putin's nuclear doctrine proposal. You see that? So they're responding. And the pride of these Western Edomites to say, here's Secretary Antony Blinken, he says what? Has decried President Vladimir Putin's comments as irresponsible. How is that irresponsible when this man had, when the whole thing with NATO was to what? The treaty, the pact they made with NATO was for them to not expand no further east. And that's all they've been doing since the pact was signed. And now Vladimir Putin is irresponsible because he's protecting this country. He's not going to allow you to come into Ukraine and set up shop in his front yard. He's irresponsible for telling you if you don't back the fuck up, or if these motherfuckers use any type of missiles to threaten our sovereignty, we're going to retaliate with nuclear missiles. How is that irresponsible? If anyone is being irresponsible, it's the West. But that's the pride of these Western Edomites, man. See, but the Most High got something for that ass, man. He's going to continue to rouse up Vladimir Putin. And before you know it, that button is going to be pushed. And you're going to watch 200 million thermonuclear warheads rain down upon Babylon the Great. Russia is going to spearhead that, man. You see? Russia is going to spearhead that. And we already know who's going to draw them out. The least of the flock, the state of Israel. They're going to be the spark in the powder keg to get this World War III popping off in full force, man. And it doesn't end well for the state of Israel, and it definitely doesn't end well for America, which is Babylon the Great according to the Bible. But we've been telling you, and now we're witnessing it being manifest just like the Most High said it would be. Now I want to go back here. Nope. Stop. This is Revelation 13 and verse 2. Let me see. All right. We'll start at verse 1. Revelation 13 and 1, it says, and I stood upon this. Now this is a vision that the Lord Yahweh Shai through the angel gave unto our forefather John on the Isle of Patmos. You see? Now it says what? Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea. Ooh, call Allah Yahweh Shai. Hey, man. Look, this shit is over with. It's over. We still have to go through our daily life, you know what I'm saying, getting our daily bread, taking care of our business as men, you know. But it's over for America, man. All of our people outside of this truth. You see, hell, even some of them who know they're Israelites who think they're in the truth, they're done for, man. This America, the Most High is closing the curtain on this motherfucking known as America, man. And we've been telling you this, and we're witnessing it manifest more and more. You got people so fucking oblivious to what's going on, they don't even understand that World War III is popping off. So we are in a blessed position, man. You see? Matter of fact, before I get this, let me get this Isaiah 60 real quick. And the Elder Yashuama mentioned this earlier, man. At one point in time, we thought niggas like Diddy and Jay-Z, we thought them niggas was winning. You see? But now look at them. Everything they fought so hard to attain here in this society is crumbling. While our stock is going up. We have the visions, man. And it tells you where there's no vision, the people perish. And that's what's happening with 2/3 of our people. They're perishing, man. They're going to perish right along with America while we're going to what? Increase in value, being made fine gold, as it tells you in Isaiah 13. You see? Because we have the light of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai upon us, man. While the rest of our people here in this land are in gross darkness, thinking that America's going to continue on forever, man. When there's nothing but talks of nuclear war, you know what I'm saying, being had between these between the different leaders of these nations, man. Isaiah 60:1, it says what? Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh is risen upon thee. Upon who? The remnant. You see, those who have been ordained to return unto our Almighty Father Yahweh through his Son Yahweh Shai. His light is risen upon us, and this is why we have the eye salve. Our eyes have been illuminated. We've been calling these things out for years now, and we're finally witnessing it manifest as we knew it would be. It's happening, man. It's fucking happening. It's curtains for America. And just watch. We've been saying this shit for the last couple years. Watch how this thing increases. Watch how the Most High continues to put a more fiery, warlike spirit on Vladimir Putin, man, and his cohorts. Just watch. Watch how it turns up. You see, because this shit is not going to cool down, ever. It's going to continue to intensify and intensify and intensify until what? Every word of the Most High comes to pass as he's spoken. You see? But verse 2 says what? For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And that's what's happening with us. And when this thing really fully pops off, watch how the camps are flooded if we're still out there. Watch how the people are going to be looking for us, because we've been saying this for years. We've been telling you that World War III is coming. We've been telling you that America's going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles. We've been telling you about the MOTB. We've been telling you all these things, man. You see? And when it happens, as we know it's going to happen because our Father doesn't lie, then you're going to know that a prophet has been among you, man. You see? Then you're going to fucking know it. But let's go back. Hey, Carl, hello, you how about Shemi Awashah, man? These niggas crazy. These niggas want World War III to happen. You're damn right. Because we looking toward the kingdom, man. We're looking for the kingdom where endureth righteousness. And we know that before we can get it, all these things must be. You see? So back in Isaiah 13:1, it says, And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. You see, which is what? NATO and the EU. You see? And upon the 10 horns, 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, because this is talking about Esau's power structure, which began with what? It began with the Greeks. You see? Alexander the Greek. It tells you that in the book of Daniel, man. Right? So it began with the Greeks. And it says what? And his feet were like the feet of a bear. And that's how it ends. The bear being who? Russia. You see? Russia is the one that's going to spearhead the end of Esau's empire, according to biblical prophecy. You see? It says, well, his mouth was as the mouth of a lion, which goes into Great Britain. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority, which goes into the Roman Empire. And that whole, you see, conglomerate right here, these are the Edomites. And what's being put on full display amongst the house of Esau? Their house is divided. Their house is divided here in the land of America. Their house is divided worldwide. You see? Esau's divided amongst his allies. The American Edomites are divided amongst their allies in the EU. You see? They're divided against their rivals, the Russian Edomites. It's just division all throughout the house of Esau. Why? Because it's time for it to fall. You see, it's time for it to fall. That's why. As our Lord Yahweh Shai told us, a house divided against itself cannot stand. And this is what we're witnessing. We're witnessing the fall of the house of Edom. You see? Which is going to be done at the hands of Edom by way of these Russians, man. They're going to spearhead the end of Esau's what? Blessing, man. This is what's coming. This is what's happening. And it's going to end with what? Fire and flames raining down upon Babylon the Great, man. You see? Now, oh shit. Salakia. Let's go here. Oh, I'm tripping. That's where I did want to go. 2nd Ezra 16. Now listen. It tells us what? Because once again, this new Russian nuclear doctrine is going to be put into place. Right? It's going to be put into place. And as we move forward, we're going to see more skirmishes between the state of Israel, the Palestinians. Then eventually Iran is going to be brought into it, so forth and so on. You see, and it's going to lead to what, man? Arrows being shot from the ends of the earth, as it tells us in 2nd Ezra chapter 16. It says, let me see, verse 13, yep. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Do you hear that? What is that talking about? It's not talking about actual arrows. No one can shoot an actual arrow from one end of the earth to the other. It's talking about these, is representative of these ICBMs, man. That's why they're known as what? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, being shot from one continent to another, from one end of the earth to another, say from Russia to America. That's what it's all leading to. So that's what this thing is all leading to, man. You see? These arrows being shot from one end of the earth to the other, causing fire to rain down upon Babylon the Great. You see? And the state of Israel. This is what's in store. This is what the future holds, man. And it's being told unto us from the Most High, from the beginning. You see? Now it says what? Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. And these plagues is talking about what? These nuclear warheads that's going to rain down from the skies, man. You see, and this destruction has been talked about all throughout biblical prophecy. See, fire is one of the spirits of vengeance, and that's all that's coming to America, man. You see, fire. You see, it says what? The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. You hear that? You see? Because everything here in the land of America and also the state of Israel is going to be burned the fuck up. See, the difference is, though, the Most High is going to cause the promised land, that land that sits between the Nile River and the Euphrates, he's going to cause that land to be rejuvenated. See, it's going to be hit with fire to be purged of all the wickedness, the grime, and the filth that's been going on in that land. You see? And we know that fire is the purest cleaning agent. So that's how the Most High is going to purify our land, by way of this nuclear fire that's going to hit that promised land that the Most High gave unto our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to their descendants after them. But America, Babylon the Great, once this place is engulfed in fire, it'll never be inhabited again. Everything that you see around you in this place, from the east to the west, from the north to the south, is going to be completely erased as if it never existed. That's what's coming to this motherfucker, you see? That's the judgment set for America and the inhabitants of it, and the only ones who are going to escape are the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, the 1/3 of the remnant that's going to be saved when Yahushua returns, and Lord willing, we be a part of that number to be taken up out of here, man, because that's the only way out. Now, I want to get a few more. This is Jeremiah 50. And it's talked about all throughout the scripture. I'm gonna get it in one more place, and we're gonna close it out. So this is Jeremiah 50:9. It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations." So it's not gonna be Russia, but Russia's gonna lead the way on this, man. Because you got to understand, even America's allies are going to turn upon them. It tells you that in the book of Revelation 17. The 10 horns that were upon the beast, they shall hate the whore, which is America, and they shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That goes into what? The EU shooting their nuclear missiles upon this place. That's what the Most High has in store for this place according to biblical prophecy, man. Now, it goes on to say, for lo, verse 9, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, you hear that? Which is symbolic of those nuclear missiles. You see that? So every nation that has thermonuclear capabilities, man, they're going to come up against this place. Even the allies of America. We're telling you this beforehand. That's the job of a prophet, to say before. Now it says what? And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Meaning what? They're going to go exactly where the Most High has destined them to go. And the majority of them are destined here for the land of America, man. There's not going to be any mid-air collisions. These fucking, what do you call them? Missile defense systems that America has, they're not going to be able to do anything against it because the Most High has laid it out for this place to be completely engulfed in nuclear flame, man. As a judgment, as a punishment. Verse 10 says what? And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. Because you were glad, because you rejoice, O you destroyers of mine heritage, because you are grown fat as a heifer at grass and billow as bulls. You see that? So for what has been done unto us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans here in this land, that's why this destruction is coming. For all the rape, the robbery, the murder, the atrocities, all the slavery, you see, that we had to endure. This is why this destruction is coming. The Most High hasn't forgot about what happened to his people in this place. And that's why this place is going to suffer the greatest destruction the world has ever seen. And we see the stage being set for it to happen. Verse 12 says what? Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Talking about what? Great Britain, where America was spawned from, is going to turn upon this place as well. They're going to shoot their ICBMs on this place as well, man. And it says what? Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and the desert. What's the hindermost of the nations? Where's the furthest west you can go? America. This is where the sun sets, man. The sun sets in the west and it rises in the east. This is as furthest west you can go. This is the as end of the earth, man. You see that? And it's going to become a what? A wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah before it. You see? Verse 13 says what? Because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited. And that's a cut to everybody talking about, this is talking about ancient Babylon. Nah, ancient Babylon is still inhabited to this day. Ancient Babylon is modern day Iraq. They have a national soccer team. They have over 3 million people living in that land. So that doesn't fulfill prophecy. If this is talking about ancient Babylon, no one should be in that land. That land should be utterly empty and destroyed by way of fire. Is that how ancient Babylon went out? No, it is not. You see? Everything has to be fulfilled according to prophecy, man, according to what the Most High has spoken. So this prophecy was pertaining to who? America. See, this is the fate of this land known as America, man. This country that you Americans are so proud of. This is what awaits you. Fire and flame, man. It says what? Jeremiah 50:13. Because of the wrath of Yahweh it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon, which is America, shall be astonished, and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array again, and that lines up to what it says in Revelation chapter 18. You see? Verse 14 says, well, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Every nation that has thermonuclear capability, they're going to what? Fire their missiles upon this place. You see? The bow being what? Those missile silos. So if you have this thermonuclear capability, bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. Every single nuclear missile is going to be shot off in this time. They ain't finna have nothing in reserve. Everything's going to be shot off. That's where it's going. That's how high the tensions are going to be in the planet Earth when this is fulfilled, man. Fire everything. Everything. Let it off. Why? Because that's what the Most High said. For she have sinned against Yahweh. You hear that? She have sinned against Yahweh. This is why this is coming. For all the blasphemy spoken here in this place. For all the wickedness that's upheld and exalted here in this place. For all the rebellion that's allowed to go on here in this place. And mainly for what was done unto us so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American, and Seminole Indians here in this land. This is the repayment for it. Because you Americans really think that you got away with what you've done unto us. You're going about your life and get over slavery. Once you just forget about it, it happened so long ago. Nah, the Most High doesn't forget. Now it's time to be repaid for what you've done unto us, man. And that day is fastly approaching. Fastly approaching. Let's get Isaiah 13. One of my favorite ones to go into. Isaiah 13 and 17, it says what? Babylon will fall to the Medes. So America will fall to the Russians. Once again, Russia is going to spearhead this, man. And once again, we see the stage being set for it to come to pass. We're telling you what it's going to be, man. We are telling you what it's going to be according to what the Most High has told us through the Holy Spirit by way of his son, Yahweh Shai. Verse 17 says what? Behold, I will stir up the Medes, which are the Russians, against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Ain't gonna be no treaty that you can make. Ain't gonna be no pact that you can make, because you already broke the treaty that you made with Russia anyway. It's not going to be anything that you can do to talk Vladimir Putin back if he's still there. You see? Because we never know. Motherfucker might get assassinated, and one of his underlings might be roused up or some shit. But we believe that it's going to be Vladimir Putin. But like I say, hey, who knows? You see, but when it's all said and done, it's not going to be anything that you can say against or say to them to tell them to cause them to not do this, man. There ain't gonna be no amount of money. There's not gonna be any treaty or pact that can be made. Once again, this is inevitable. It will happen because this is what the Most High has laid out to play out. You see? Verse 18 says what? Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Meaning what? When these nuclear missiles are shot off here to the land of America, and those warheads are released back into the atmosphere, they're not going to spare anyone who's still on the soils of America, man. Man, woman, and child will be completely and utterly melted by way of this nuclear flame. You're going to be melted in the lake of fire, man. That's what the lake of fire is in the book of Revelation. It wasn't talking about a fictional place up under the ground where you go and burn forever. The lake of fire is America set ablaze in the height of World War III when those nuclear missiles are shot off. You see? Once again, and it will be spearheaded by Russia. No one is going to be spared, man. It tells you in the book of Joel 2, nothing shall escape them. The only ones who are going to make it out is the 1/3 of the remnant, the 1/3 of the elect, man. Those are the only ones who are going to make it off the soils of America. And Lord willing, we are a part of that number to be beamed up. Verse 19 says what? And Babylon, America, the glory of kingdoms. You see that? The place where everybody was running to live that American dream. This is the glory of kingdoms. And Babylon, you still got motherfuckers that's trying to come here. That shows you, man, gross darkness have covered the people. You still got motherfuckers that's leaving their countries to come live in the land of America. And you know why? Because they don't know the Most High's will. They're completely oblivious to what's really going on, man. But what does it tell you? Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. No, for everybody that's saying that this prophecy pertains to ancient Babylon, how did Sodom and Gomorrah go out? Did it not go out by fire and brimstone raining from the heavens? Is that how ancient Babylon went out? No, it is not. Why? Because this prophecy was pertaining to America. This prophecy was pertaining to this place. America is about to suffer the same fate as Sodom and Gomorrah. Fire and brimstone raining down from the heavens in the form of what? Nuclear warheads, and everything in this place, once again, from the north to the south, from the east to the west, is going to be completely washed away in fire. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah before. Verse 20. It shall never be inhabited. That goes back to what was said in Jeremiah 50. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. That wasn't fulfilled with ancient Babylon. Once again, that land is still inhabited. That land is still being dwelt in. You see? This is talking about America, man. Isaiah 13:20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. No more of the heathen coming here setting up shop, getting all manner of loans for houses and to start businesses. Nah, it's over with. After World War III, America would never be inhabited again. This land is going to be completely and utterly desolate forever. You see? 21, it tells you right here. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. And every day that passes is a day closer to the destruction of America. And we see the Most High rising up the spirit of Vladimir Putin to put things into motion, man. You see? To cause tensions to increase. Why? It's because the Most High is going to use that man to spearhead the destruction of America, which is Babylon the Great. So his word can be fulfilled. Fire is going to rain, man. Fire is going to rain. Thus saith the Lord. Now we're ended on this, man. Malachi 4:1, it says, For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So the day is coming, man. It fastly approaches. And we see the Most High causing the stage to be set to bring this to pass. You see? Everything is making its way. Well, all the prophecies are converging one on another, man. The MOTB is being pushed to the forefront. World War III is intensifying. You got the spirit of Vladimir Putin and his cohorts being roused up. You see? All of it is happening. Because what? We're here at the end. And this place known as America really doesn't have too much time left, man. So Lord willing, that was edifying, man. I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, and a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Abba.